Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about conditionals. What does it mean by conditionals? When you want to talk about conditionals mean if. We are going to know that if has four types. This has four types. When you want to talk about zero conditional, in each type we have to know the form of the type and when do we use it. The first one, which is called zero conditional. What about the form of zero conditional? If plus present simple, present simple. Okay, I want here to revise what about the form of present simple. Present simple means I, you, we, they, plus the verb in the base form. And when you want to talk about he, she, and it, you're going to add s, es, or I, e, s. When do we use zero condition? It's used to talk about scientific facts or truth. Say, for example, when I say, if you boil water, it turns into water vapor. Another example, when I say, if you freeze water, it turns into ice. When you want to talk about zero conditional, if present simple, we are going to use it to talk about scientific facts or truth. Let's move to another type, which is first condition. What about the form of zero conditional? If plus present simple, will or may or can plus infinite. When do we use the first conditional? It is used to talk about action that will happen in the future. Action that will happen in the future. Say, for example, when I say, if Jack studies hard, he will get a full mark in the exam. Another example, if the weather is sunny tomorrow, we will go to the zoo. When I ask you to use if that starts with a small letter, what are you gonna do? It's a must to start with will or may or can plus infinitive plus if plus present simple. Say, for example, I can say Jack will get the full mark in the exam if he studies hard. This is for the first condition. I can use in the second part of the first conditional the imperative form. Say, for example, when I say, if you need help, ask your teacher. You can use the imperative form in the second part of the first condition. When you want to talk about the third type of conditionals, which is second conditional. What about the second conditional? We can use the second conditional to talk about imaginary and unreal situations. What about the form of the second conditional? If plus past simple, the second part, we're going to use would or might or could plus infinite. It's used to talk about unreal and imaginary situations. Say, for example, when I say, if I were a bird, I could fly. What does it mean by this sentence? It means I am not a bird, so I can't fly. This is for the second condition. This is for the second condition. I can use the second conditional to give an advice. Giving advice. Say, for example, I can use this expression, if I were you, I would plus infinitive. Say, for example, when I ask you, I advise you to study your lessons hard, I'll ask you to use if. What I'm going to do here, I can use the second condition because it's an advice. I can say, if I were you, I would study my lessons hard. Okay? I want to mention another part, which is omission of if. When you want to kick if and put another word. See, for example, in the second condition, I can say, if I knew French, I could help you. What does it mean by this sentence? It means I don't know French, so I can't help you. I'm gonna ask you to use should and take care here. Should that starts with capital letter. You're going to put should instead of if. Should, and after that you're going to put the subject, which is I. What about knew? You're going to put it in the base form infinitive. I can say, should I know French, I could help you. Another example, if I had enough money, I would build a new school. I ask you to use should, like the previous example. I can say should instead of if. Should I. You are going to make the verb in the base form, which is had. It's going to be have enough money. I would build a new school. This is for should. When you want to use should instead of if, should. After should, you're going to put the subject. After that, you're going to put the verb in the base form infinitive. Another way or another word that can be used instead of if, say for example, if I knew French, I could help you. And I'll ask you to use where that starts with capital letter where instead of if. I can say where I to know. It's a must to put to. Where I to know French, I could help you. Here I want you to take care. If you want to use where, it's a must to put to plus infinitive. But if you want to use should, it's a must to put the verb in the base form. Say for example, when I say, if I had enough money, I would build a new school. I want to use where. I can say, where I do have enough money, I would build new school. Thank you for your listening.